Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 13 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Live here from the Baku City Circuit on the western edge of the Caspian Sea. What a beautiful venue this is for round 4 of what has been a very action-packed but very confusing season so far. We've had so many new drivers come into the league, come and go. We've had so many drivers who were normally at the back of the field last season in that midfield, and some incredible battles we have seen so far this season as well. We arrive here in Baku with an incredible championship fight between Tuzlex Fusion and IS Hamilton 44, and that is really going to be, in my opinion, the battle to really look out for this season. Obviously Fusion again back where he belongs, at the front of the field, battling for that championship. Last season it was with Total Pure. This season, obviously, it's with IS Hamilton 44. So, what an incredible venue, as I said previously, we have here in Baku. And what a very small grid we also have here this evening. Not many drivers here with us, only 14. Many drivers, unfortunately, could not be with us this evening. There's Bullseye sets a 137.6. And we've got a crash! We have got Typhon Killer. He is the first victim here in Azerbaijan, and there you go. He's out of qualifying, and there you go. He's out of qualifying. Yellow flags in the final sector, of course. There you go. He's at it. He's absolutely at it. There's next then, P2. Got a great lap there from Bullseye. Fusion still in the pits. That's what he can do later on in the session. Ferrolu then. Born Buckley goes P2. Let's just see what's going on. So yeah, we've got reports as Ferrolu there goes P1, and that's a mistake there from the Spaniard as he late brakes there, down into turn 1, locks up. And there you go. He's at it. Born Buckley then. P number 3 for him. Looking pretty strong. And that's a sector 2 yellow flag. DJ Danny, currently down in P14. That's Sauber, not looking very attractive around this Baku City circuit, I must say. I don't really know what it's like to drive, but I don't think it's going to be the nicest for DJ Danny. But coming around then, the final sector, and as he sector 3, so there's a bit of drivers slowing down there in that 3rd sector. They do need to watch out for that. So then DJ Danny taking the shortest route to the line, and it's going to be a 1:39.3, so he goes into P6 there. Here in Baku, so that's a pretty decent qualifying from him. And Ferrolu is just stranded on the side of the track there, letting people through. Bullseye, don't know if he's lost fuel, but these drivers currently, must say, looking pretty strong here in Baku. Tuzlex Fusion then. P14 for the Mercedes. Yellow flags, of course. And into the pit lane he comes. So he's abandoned that lap time. Currently on a set of Ultras. He did say earlier on in the week that he could be looking at starting on a set of Super Softs. To try and get the jump on those starting on Ultras, because obviously the tyre wear is pretty bad around this Baku City circuit. So, the rears anyway, the rears do take a punishing. Danny then, struggling to get through that castle section. That's going to be difficult for all the drivers. It's very tight, of course. So, there you go. Typhon Killer then, not Typhon Killer, sorry, Total Pure. I'm not really sure whether the drivers will be looking at potentially getting some rain. But I'm not quite sure about that actually. I think it's going to be interesting. But we've now got an interview ahead of us. We're going to interview Bullseye, who's currently into the pits. So we're just going to give him a quick interview. What he's thinking ahead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Bullseye, I'd like to include your audio. I'm just going to give you a quick interview. Make sure you're speaking loudly so the viewers can hear you. So, Bullseye, we arrive here in Baku with you currently. You've had a great season so far. You know, obviously you're the rookie, one of many rookies this season. And you're currently, you're doing very decent in the World Championship. Sorry, you're doing very decent. I'm just trying to see where you are in the championship. I can't actually find it at the moment because my phone's been a bit bad. But you've had a great start to the season so far. Is it what you expected for this season?
It was alright actually. I had 2 DNFs in the first 3 races. One of them wasn't my fault, and the other one was. So
okay.
Yeah, to redeem.
Obviously, in qualifying, you've definitely shown yourself to have some incredible pace in the actual qualifying. How come you haven't been able to convert that into results?
Well, in Australia, I just span out because my tyre wear was way too high. China, I qualified like P11 or something. I think I did 1 lap, then aborted my other 2.
Yeah.
I got wing damage and then taken out.
Obviously, you've shown now here in Baku and obviously Australia that, and in testing and practice and stuff, that you've definitely got the pace. And ahead of this Grand Prix, many critics said that you were the underdog for the championship perhaps this season if you continue to show the performance and actually convert it. What's your thoughts on that?
Hopefully I can convert it. I probably won't win. I hope to, but you never know.
Who do you view at the moment as your closest rival?
Toxic Fusion or IS Hamilton.
Okay, so the actual championship protagonist. Okay. Any hints on any weather conditions that we could be looking forward to in the race? Any strategy changes that the drivers may be making?
Well, I'm doing a 1-stop from supers to softs.
Okay.
People are doing ultras to I don't know what, and then there's another strategy which is ultras to softs. That's a risky one, so I don't think anybody's going to do that. But
okay. Any weather that could play a part?
Yeah, definitely. You never know, you could spin out or something.
Is there rain expected?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay.
It's sunny, so.
Oh, okay. You just said people could spin out. Okay then. Well, we'll leave you. We wish you luck. Hopefully you can get pole position. Not looking the largest of gaps between you and Faloru. Can't say his name most of the time. But yeah, we wish you luck for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to look at Fusion's lap time now. Sorry.
Sorry, nothing. Bye.
Okay, yeah. Well, we wish you luck for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Okay then, so we've got, obviously now Bullseye is confirmed to us there's no rain for the Grand Prix, so still, here in Baku, always sunny and always beautiful weather in Azerbaijan, so it's really good to see. Fusion then, on a set of super softs, so he's doing exactly what he said he set out to do earlier on in the week, and he's abandoned his lap. He's coming into the pit lane. What is he doing here in Azerbaijan? Could he potentially be trying to start at the back of the field? And Ferrolu's made a mistake. In the castle section, you can see that beautiful historic landmark here in Baku, and he needs to make sure he doesn't get disqualified, because going back that way is quite dangerous, especially in that section. And he span it out of that. He span it out of that corner. This is some yellow flag action right here in Baku. Does need to watch out. Yes, I think he does need to abandon this run. He will have very bad tyre wear at the moment here in Baku. Isaac Leclerc 16 then, in his McLaren. And there's a sector 2 yellow flag. Is that Ferrolu again? I'm not quite sure. Leclerc then. He's going to start his lap and get the telemetry up. He looks like he looks like he's struggling at the moment. I don't know if this is a glitch with the gears or if it's actually what's going on in the game, but it's quite annoying, I must say. I mean, then down one of many straights on this Baku City circuit around this corner, getting the traction, but not really getting the traction out of that corner. Hitting the curb on the outside, was it? Yeah, this second section of the circuit is very technical and requires a lot of concentration from the drivers. Also, what is interesting around this circuit as well, it does take up a lot of ERS deployment in the actual battery, the energy on the battery. So the drivers do need to be looking out for that, especially on the pit straight and the back straight. They do need to be looking out for that. Leclerc then. He's going to get some distant slipstream. No, he's not. Charlie gets well out of his way. In a way, that could get Leclerc fuming, as he did then miss out on a bit of extra power. But as you see, Salam Baku. Beautiful culture here in Baku. Very similar to Bahrain. And in Abu Dhabi, that lovely part of the world. He's going to get some slipstream off the Haas now. He's going to be loving this. He would have loved that as he's now coming down the straight. He would have loved it. He would have absolutely cherished that slipstream. He comes across the line and it's P2 for the Frenchman. Great lap time from him there. Definitely was assisted by that slipstream. I'm pretty sure that was from Total Pure. No, he's in the pit lane. What am I talking about? Whoever's in the Haas. Not quite sure. IS Hamilton. So IS Hamilton, you know, the two IS guys there giving each other slipstream, giving each other the advantage. And that is just absolutely incredible to see from IS Leclerc 16. P2 for him. So then, Fusion is also now out on track. He needs to be, you know, he needs to be hurrying up at the moment. If he's to get some sort of lap in. Buckley then. Down in P4 at the moment. Definitely could improve. Perhaps get maybe P2, maybe even P1. Looking at the pace from his practice. Matty then. Definitely is one who's struggling here in Baku. Fusion then. Starting his lap here in Azerbaijan. Let's run it through then. Around the first corner. Definitely riding the curves here to get maximum potential out of the car, out of the limits. On the straight then, using off all of his gears, the potential from the engine. Very interesting is using the fifth power, the hot lap mode. I personally wouldn't run this track considering the long straights on this circuit. He's got that now to a T. I don't really know if this is actually a track that Fusion likes, but it looks like he's very comfortable around this Baku circuit. And nearly he's destroyed his car. He's out of qualifying here in Baku. I said he was comfortable. I jinxed it for him, and he is out of qualifying at the Baku City circuit. He's done. He's out of it. He's in P14. He must be absolutely fuming in that cockpit. He's out of it. He's out of qualifying. That is it. Him done. He's out. Buckley then, currently on his lap. Let's see if it could well be a good potential lap time. If it could challenge these front runners. Faloru, Ice Leclerc, Bullseye. So the top three at the moment, spaced out by around, well, under a tenth at the moment. So it's very close in that section of the grid. And Fusion has said, so stupid. So, obviously not happy with his performance here in qualifying here in Baku. Legend them, a 10th off the fastest time in Sector 2. What is he going to do? Looking very, very quick at the moment compared to his last lap. No, he doesn't. It's P number 6. So, yeah, he was a 10th off his actual lap time, I think. Or, no, he's gone quicker. I don't know why. I never understand this F1 2018 Spectate Hub. It's not... it just seems very weird to me compared to F1 2017. I don't know what it is. But, yeah. 4 attempts up then on his time. DJ Danny, can he get himself up in the top 10? This section's so fun to drive. So fast and flowing and... Oh, beautiful. Here we go then. A set of ultras, of course. Yeah, he's backed off his time because there's a car in the middle of the road. So that is it. P11, sorry, for DJ Danny. Mercury then. He's going to finish his lap time. Not the qualifying that he wanted here in Baku. He's in P12, so not what he wants in that Toro Rosso. But it could well be a blessing in disguise, considering the nature of street circuits. So then, your grid for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is, first was Faloru, second was Ice Leclerc 16, but he has big potential starting on those superstars. Third is Bullseye, fourth is Ice Hamilton 44, fifth is Born Buckley, sixth is Total Pure, seventh is Legend X, eighth is Razor, ninth is Affair, 10th is STB Matty, 11th is DJ Danny, he will get first choice of 3 tyres, 12th is LRS Mercury, 13th is Typhon Killer, and running out the back of the field will be Classic X Fusion. So, the 4 drivers starting outside the top 10 at the moment, Danny, Mercury, Fusion, and Typhon Killer, all could potentially get the strategy of a lifetime. This could well be a blessing in disguise, especially for Fusion. Obviously, you know, street circuits offer a lot of opportunities for crashes, and a lot of opportunities for collisions to take place. So anything can happen in Formula 1, anything can happen in Baku. We've seen Baku to be an incredible circuit for battles, an incredible circuit that gives pure entertainment every single time. So it is just it's a really, really special place to come to Formula 1. But yeah, it's looking like a good day so far for Faloru 810, who starts on pole. I'm just waiting for STB Matty and DJ Danny to ready up. There you go. Okay then. The drivers then go out onto their formation lap. So the Baku City Circuit, located on the western edge of the Caspian Sea, is our destination for this evening's Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And what a spectacle we have here this evening. We have got the, as critics say, underdog for the World Championship, Bullseye 403, currently in P number 3, behind Ice Leclerc 16 and Faloru 810. Unfortunately, I can't say his name properly, but hopefully I will be able to as the season progresses. Born Buckley then up into P5, back in the league. He obviously returned last week in China. He's looking like that he's very comfortable at the moment. But yes, this track also does offer some incredible battles across the board. Obviously, we've seen in real life some incredible fight. Obviously, this track saw Lance Stroll get his maiden podium, rather. in, I believe, the 2017 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So really, really special race for him, and a really special race for all the spectators. This track also, because of the nature of the tyres, will also offer some incredible strategy here in the racing. It's going to really spice things up. And no one has gone for the softs. And everyone is on super softs, except from this man here, STB Mati and Faloru 810. So those two drivers are going to be looking pretty, just they're not going to be very, very strong. These tyres will wear off, in the first 2-3 laps. So, especially with Matt, he's got a reputation of not very good tyre wear. So, yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but I'm sure that these drivers are looking forward to the race ahead, as Ice Hamilton 44 and Bullseye both got disqualified from the formation lap. So, there you go. Some sort of misunderstanding between them two, but we have got Faloru then coming on to his grid box. He will start on pole position for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and what a spectacle we have here. Is Leclerc 16 and Faloru will lead the drivers down into turn 1. We've got Born Buckley in 5th, Total Pure in 6th, Legend X in 7th, Raisin follows up into P8, so Leclerc, P9 for him, 10th is Matty. Then we've got Danny, Mercury, Typhon Killer and Tossex Fusion. But now, for the drivers, it is 5 lights and away they go here in Baku. We've already got Total Pure drive-through penalty for a jump start. I don't know what happened down there, but what a start that is for Ayasat Leclerc 16. He's up in a P1. Drivers going off into the barriers. Great start there from the McLaren. We've got Leclerc now coming up the inside of the Mercedes of Bullseye. Bad start for him. Currently down in a P6, lost 3 positions off the start there. Total Pure down in P12. He's got a drive-through. And then we've got down at the midfield, we've got the Mercedes of Bullseye. He's made a mistake into the wall. He's hit the Toro Rosso of Raisin. Contact down there. Contact as they approach now down into the very twisty section. Born Buckley trying to get round Ice Leclerc 16. He's lost 2 positions there. So something's happened at the front there. Ice Leclerc's lost P1 down to P3. And he is followed closely by Born Buckley. The driver's now coming through the castle section. Got to be very careful not to crash it. All looking good at the moment. And there you go. Great start there from Faloru. He's followed by Ice Hamilton 44. And now Born Buckley coming on the back of the McLaren now. Here we go. It will not be DRS, but I think he's got some end plate. I think he's got some end plate damage there as the Ferrari. Yes, he has. He's got end plate damage. Up the inside of the McLaren. McLaren goes wide there onto the artificial colouring, whatever it's called, the Baku flag. And the colours in the... Oh, this is scary. This is scary. Going around 180 miles an hour now. The drivers around that far section. So scary there. Buckley then on the back of Faloru. Faloru's lost first place here in Baku. Action here on the first lap. It looks like there's been 3 different leaders on lap number 1. Ice Hamilton 44, Faloru, and obviously Ice Leclerc, who's in the pits. Leclerc's in the pits. Total Pure has got a drive-through penalty. Also has lost front wing. Typhon Killer's made a mistake as well, so it's all action here in Baku. And Leclerc's retired, and that's a big crash at the back of the field. That's a massive crash. Raisin's been caught up in that, and that is not what he wants. Mercury's been caught up in some sort of collision as well at the back there. Danny in P8. Oh, action everywhere. And Fusion's given a 5-second stop and go penalty there for ignoring yellow flag. So it's all kicking off here in Baku. Oh, action everywhere. This is incredible. Total Pure's left the session. He's had enough of that. Oh, what? Oh, incredible. Look at that. Disappointing though for Lefebvre, crashing out the Baku Grand Prix. Great camera shot there actually, as they approach down to this corner. Here we go then. Below in P4. So total pure, sorry, he retired, didn't leave, but I'm pretty sure now Below is going to get the overtake. Legend X will be P3. That's interesting. That's really strong from him there. And we've got the Renault, we've got the three wide, and in turn one. This is incredible. The Mercedes going wide on the inside there. Here we go, running outside, sorry. The Renault up in the middle. This is incredible. He's in the wall. He's in the wall and he's lost some front wing. That was not in the script there for the Renault. That was not in the script. And for Loru right on the back now of Bullseye. This is action central. This is incredible. Fusion's also getting involved in this fight now as well. He's on the back of Ola Jeanette. Loru then also on a set of ultras, so he's not had a good not an ideal start to the Baku Grand Prix for him. Fusion then looking to try and get past Oleg X. Actually was title rivals back in the day, one of the seasons. That camera shot is so nice. Round this corner then, as I show my wintry illnesses here in Baku. Fusion then. This could well be a very straightforward move. DRS. We're going to get the telemetry up as well to see what the power is for the drivers then. So DRS then for Fusion. Legend X obviously got DRS on for Loru. And this could well be up the inside move. Is it going to be? He pulls there, but no. Fusion's not going to try and do that. But Legend X looking pretty uncomfortable with that damaged front wing. And Fusion's up the inside, and that's some bravery there from Fusion, committing down that inside. And yeah, pretty decent move there from the Mercedes. I don't say so myself. Up in a P5 then. Goes Fusion. Bullseye. P3 for him. I think he's just trying to drive his race as best he can at the moment. Matty, his tire's going to be going off. Same with Faloru. Really commiserations for Leclerc, Raisin and Typhon. Typhon actually interestingly going on a set of super softs. That's interesting. But Oleg and X then. It looks like Fusion's made some sort of mistake in the castle. And now Oleg and X are going to get the overtake done, perhaps. But they do need to be careful because Oleg and X has got a broken front wing. So there you go, Fusion there, backs out of that. He's not taking any chances here in Baku. And Fusion goes across the curb. And he's lost some front wing, it looks like there. Oh, this is commiserations for Fusion at the moment. Not what he needs for any stretch of imagination here in Baku. Be fuming. It looks like Matt now's getting involved. Matt's getting involved now. Here we go, picking him off like an absolute chip at the moment down this front wing, down this front straight. And Fusion's into the pit lane, so he's gone for a very early stop on that set of super softs. Yeah, he's going to be absolutely fuming. He's going to go on a set of softs. Yes, he is, I think. That set of softs. Danny on the back of Mercury. Trying to see what tyres Fusion's on. Yeah, Fusion's on the set of soft. So there you go, looking pretty strong here in Baku. Those softs actually. He was saying that the softs were very had a lot of grip actually, considering that they're the hardest of tyres this weekend. So yeah, he He was feeling strong on the soft, so I'm sure he's happy to some extent of them. And it looks like there's some sort of, and there's a pile up in the castle. Oh, that's absolutely damaged there. Look at this. Look at this, Olegenex. This is a pile up down in Baku. Look at this. The Toro Rosso is trying, and Olegenex can't get himself out. And Ice the Claw. Look at that. Look at that from Ice the Claw. That is incredible. Mercury's been able to get out now, and Olegenex has unfortunately left the section. But that is an absolute joke in that castle. That is a joke. Look at that. That is an absolute joke. There has to be some sort of safety car, because Olegenex is not moving. Yeah, Olegenex is not moving at the moment, so very, very dangerous at the moment, Olegenex, at the moment, with that car. So hopefully the ghost can get out of the way. Let's see actually what's going to happen, because that has completely destroyed the racing here in Baku. Yeah, it's all clear here in Azerbaijan, but I'm really, really surprised that safety car was not deployed. Really, really surprised it wasn't deployed. And Typhon's made a mistake there on the first corner. So yeah, what a chain of events here in Azerbaijan. That was interesting. That was. We were not expecting that. Lewis Hamilton leads them in Baku. I think he's yet to pit, so I think that's why the gaps are so hot. Yeah, so yeah, Falori's pitted, so I'm not quite sure how long the pit is, but I'm pretty sure it's around the high 29s seconds. So I'm not sure though. Maybe it's big because of the Olegenex incident, but we'll see. But it did look like that Ice the Claw actually got off quite well with that Olegenex incident. It does look that way. If you remember, he just sneaked through. He just found that little gap and just sneaked through, like very, very cheeky. But yeah, I think he was. Yeah, it wasn't to be for Ice the Claw. But yeah, it just looked like the gaps are looking very, very large at the moment. Obviously, yeah, these drivers, all these three drivers at the front have not pitted yet, so that's gonna be decent here in Baku. Bullseye then, he's looking quick at the moment behind Ice Hamilton. Just took out, I think, about a second and a half there on that lap alone. So yeah, really, really strong. Below then, he's in clean air at the moment, so that's going to give him the opportunity to catch up a little bit, but he's losing time. But these drivers will be battling quite hard, I imagine, in the next few laps, so that's going to give Faloru the opportunity. And we've got Fusion then on the inside of Danny, and he's done it. Danny's not going to Try battle for that. But now we've got the Sauber. No, sorry, the Toro Rosso. Sorry, no. So Danny's already been overtaken, and then Fusion was at the inside of Mercury. So Mercury's in the Toro Rosso, Danny in the Sauber, and then Matty in the Ferrari. So that was my mistake. But Mercury there trying to get back on the inside of Fusion. That's not going to work very well. Here we go then. Hamilton looking like he's struggling here in Baku. So here we go down the straight. Here we go round the fast kinks now. Very scary for the drivers. Here we go. Overtake mode now for Bullseye. Pulls to that outside line. Hamilton's in that pit lane. Looks like the Ubisoft are not going as long as Hamilton wanted them to. Hamilton then stops for a set of softs. This is really, really interesting from Bullseye. Bullseye's been on the tyres the same amount of time as Hamilton was. Yeah, sorry. So I miscalculated the pit stops quite considerably. I want to know. We've got the McLaren then with Leclerc. Has he got some sort of front wing damage? Maybe he has, I'm not quite sure. Can't change the view to see. Yeah, he did have front wing damage, so he got the McLaren team changing the front wing. So yeah, he was definitely caught out in some sort of collision. Possibly the alleged next one, I'm not sure. But as I was saying, as Danny there goes for a little cheeky move on the inside of Mercury. Okay. Oh, and Mercury's gone off the circuit. Mercury has gone off the circuit. Oh, that just sums up Mercury's season. That just sums up Mercury's season. He's gone off the circuit. And virtual safety car here in Baku. So the driver's then going to have to be slow and then gain pace as the virtual safety car ends. So yes, and Bullseye's out of Baku. Something's happened to Bullseye, and virtual safety car has ended, and Buckley Buckley left the pit exit line there. That's lost him a bit of time. But what happened to Bullseye? Because I don't know what happened to Bullseye. I can't see his ghost. The ghost just goes. Was it terminal damage? We're gonna have a quick look. If we look at incidents, it was terminal damage, so maybe he's trying to go in the pit lane because there was a Mercedes in the pit lane. I'm not sure really. Maybe he's destroyed it on the wall coming into the pits. But what a horrible race it's been for Alex Leclerc. What a horrible race. Same with Raisin actually. He hasn't had a good one. So then the real battle that we're looking at here is Buckley and Ice Hamilton 44. Fusion as well needs to get a hurry on if he's to get some points at the moment in this race. It's all to play for here in Azerbaijan. Buckley just needs to be consistent. Obviously, this is arguably one of his best tracks on the calendar. So, you know, he's definitely got that confidence. Be able to just push. And he's definitely getting the time, definitely gaining. But I do feel really, really sorry for the drivers caught up in the collision with Legend X. It's just not what was in the script, and I'm sure Legend X is going to be fuming at that. he didn't want to cause any issues for anyone's races. He didn't want an issue himself, and he crashed. So yeah, it's yeah, he could have easily got out of the way more efficiently. Obviously, when you're in the castle section, it's extremely difficult. But yeah, that's just really, really unfortunate for the Dutchman. One Buckley. Just keeping the gap at around 1.5 seconds to Ayers Hamilton 44. So looking strong. Don't hit the wall, Buckley. Won't be DRS, but he's definitely going to have some sort of extra power. Look at how much he's harvested. A lot of harvesting. I think that's what separates Buckley towards everyone, from everyone else. He's definitely shown himself to be able to use the ERS to his advantage, and he's using this at the moment. He's catching up to Ayers Hamilton 44 at the minute, so he's definitely strong on that front. But I'm not sure really whether we will see another battle in this race. So I am hoping that this battle goes the full length. I'm not sure whether Buckley's actually going to be out. Is he on super sauce or is he on sauce? I'm pretty sure he's on sauce right now, but it says he's on. Oh, he's on sauce. Okay, so yeah. Just for everyone's information, Buckley is on a set of softs at the moment, not on a set of super sauce. So if we just get the detail up, the tyres, he's on a set of softs. And you can actually see how many laps the drivers have been on these as well. So I don't know if that's been added to the game. We didn't have that last time, I don't think, in China. So pretty decent. Buckley then. That corner is a favourite of mine, I must say. It's very, I don't really know what I like about it. I just think it's a nice corner. Well, I'm not going to lie. It's like there's something developing between Raisin and Danny. Raisin obviously being the quicker driver between them two. Look at the gap. 19 seconds Mercury is behind Leclerc. Leclerc's only 6 seconds at the moment behind Raisin, so that could potentially be a little battle later on in the race. I'm not quite sure. Fusion looks like to be catching up to Faloru. Can't say his name. And Typhon's battling hard there, so we've got some action going on here. Typhon and Faloru. Buckley just keeping the gap at around a second, around 9/10. Always dropping it, obviously, on a set of fresher softs compared to Ayers Hamilton. That could prove vital. Yeah, that could prove vital later on in the race. Definitely harvesting more energy than Hamilton. I do like how the energy has played a big part in the strategy this year. Nothing like we've seen last season and any other season really. Obviously we had Kurz and that was on a lap basis, but this race you have to conserve the engine obviously every single lap, and these drivers have definitely got the hang of it. So really, really good to see. Oh, and Faloru's span it there in the fast section, and he's lost his front wing off the wall. And he's at it. He's made a mistake. He's gonna have to go into the pit lane. Hopefully he doesn't crash it. Very close to the wall there. Yeah, he will have to pit now. It's going to give Fusion good opportunity though. And into the pit lane comes Faloru. I'm not sure why. A set of ultras. Okay, that's interesting. I think he's just going for this lap. Oh, and Danny, that's a cheeky move up the inside of Raisin. I don't know if he was behind him, but that's decent. That's decent, that is. Virtual safety car then. I think Faloru has crashed it on the exit. Now, yeah, I think Faloru crashed it on the exit of the pits. I don't think he could take any more of the race. Yeah, another virtual safety car. A lot of them. I think the drivers would love a full course yellow, you know, safety car. A proper safety car. Could Fusion potentially catch 32 seconds? I don't think so, but anything can happen. And yeah. Looks like Hamilton then. Oh, and Mercury has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under virtual safety car. I'm surprised Ice Hamilton 44 didn't get that. So yeah, he's going to be fuming. But 8th place in a race that, you know, you haven't really had a good performance in. That's decent. Oh! That was a bit twitchy there from DJ Danny. And there you go. Oh, Danny's up the inside of Raisin. This is incredible. Up that inside, here we go. Keeping that inside for turn 3, I think it is, or turn 2, one of them, I don't know. And Raisin's now going to get the we're going to get the DRS. And Danny's gone. Danny's left them for chips. So, there you go. He's gone. He's out of it. There you go, and he's lagging a bit. That's right. So, yeah. Just as you expect on F1 2018, we got lag. Leclerc then. So the supers for him. And on them 6 laps. And he's trying to now get past his fellow countryman Raisin. We've actually got a lot of French drivers this season, I must say. Very, very good to see the French back into the league. Beautiful. So then, Leclerc potentially could get 5th here. And Typhon Killer has crashed it. So now we are left with 8 drivers in Baku. So obviously not a track which invites drivers to finish. As obviously we've got the many walls, the many tight corners. So just unfortunate to those who do crash, unfortunately. Oh, and Danny, this is scary. Oh, 3 wide. This ain't gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. Oh, it was Danny lagging. It was Danny lagging, and we've got the McLaren so close to the Sauber. Oh, and Danny's span. Collision there. Oh, he's in the pit lane. Oh, okay. Danny's in the pit lane. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, Buckley. Yeah, I thought that was pretty bizarre. Oh, then. Buckley needs to get himself back into the mojo, back into the motivation here, back in the concentration. And he's got 1.8 seconds to catch up to Ice Hamilton 44. Fusion then has got the gap down now to 31.7 seconds, so that's pretty decent. Not really much to comment on here, no. That O-Legend crash is definitely stirred things up. Definitely stirred things up at the Baku Grand Prix. Leclerc then, he's going to try and now catch up to STB Matty. Got the gap to 6.6 seconds. He could potentially be getting that down as the race goes on. Yeah, this track very, very long, so we're not really expecting this race to end soon. So keep tuned. I'm sure there will be some sort of battle later on in the Grand Prix. We've got Buckley following closely to IS Hamilton 44. He ain't going to be following closely if he's going to be doing that on the curb. That's lost him a bit of time in the final sector now. It's so scary how close the drivers get to the walls here. They must be absolutely pooing themselves as they approach every corner, trying to use every inch of the circuit to its full potential. And yeah, it's scary, very scary. Looks like the clouds are forming here in Baku. Don't think there's going to be any rain or anything we need to think about, but it could well be a thought we think about later on in the race. Buckley then, he's getting in that mindset now. He's closing in ever so slightly on IS Hamilton 44. Got the gap now, 1.1 seconds. Using every inch of the Baku City circuit to his advantage, to his profit. He did say himself that he loves this circuit, so he's going to be loving every minute, every second, every millisecond, every inch, every mile catching IS Hamilton 44. And what a battle we have commencing here. DJ Danny has left the session, so that's some sort of lag for him. And try and get him back into the game. If he doesn't finish the race, he doesn't get any points. Here we go then. Buckley got the gap down now to under a second. This is getting tense. Getting tense here in Baku. Here we go. DRS for Buckley. I don't think he's going to get it this lap, but could well be to number 1. No, he gets on a curb though, so that's really, really good from the Ferrari. Lap 19. Let's quickly look at the penalties. That could play a factor. No penalties for IS Hamilton 44. Just one warning for Buckley. This is all about talent, pace, tyre management, ERS management, front wing damage management as we're at the Baku City circuit. Street circuit. We've got the historic castle, the city skylines, the city skyscrapers. Here, entertaining, assisting the drivers around the view of the Caspian Sea, the edge of the Caspian Sea here. What an incredible encounter we have now. Buckley right on the back of the Frenchman in that slipstream, in that DRS activation. IS Hamilton is going to be pooing himself, absolutely pooing himself as they come down now into the turn 1, starting lap 20. Buckley has got that power. Here we go, down the straight. IS Hamilton's got much more battery, but Buckley is using every inch of power from his Ferrari, and he's done it. He takes the lead in the Baku Grand Prix. He leads down into turn 1, but IS Hamilton's going to try and get him back on the exit now. Here we go, down the straight. Buckley will have to go into none. He will have no deployment down that straight. He needs to save everything. He goes up in a third, both up in a fourth now. IS Hamilton's going to do everything he can. DRS, activation, everything to his potential. Buckley there is going to get so much around that corner. Buckley still leads the Baku Grand Prix, but IS Hamilton's going to be using all of his power, all of his potential from that car. Mercury will need to get out of the way because he will be blocking them as they approach him. As they come through now, sector 2. Buckley still leads. This is getting tense now. IS Hamilton needs to hurry. And LRS Mercury needs to get out of the way. This is all Alpine Fusion at the moment. As well for the championship. All helping him in his quest. But obviously IS Hamilton, definitely a driver up there to be a championship contender. Is it going to be some sort of DRS for their Haas driver? Here we go. Haas versus Ferrari. Follows in closely. Buckley is going to get slipstream off the Toro Rosso as well. Mercury gets out of the way. Okay then, so they've cleared the Toro Rosso. Now IS Hamilton just needs to concentrate. Get past Buckley. Fight with all his worth. Fusion, 35 seconds behind. He's losing time. Definitely struggling here in Azerbaijan. Now Raisin's coming on to the back of Danny, but Danny's got some sort of glitch with his game, so or some sort of lag. So that's really disappointing for him. But P6-7 still decent. Mercury, I'm sure he'll be very annoyed with P8, but it's still 4 points on the table, so I'm sure he'll take it. Oh no, Danny's he's not in the game anymore, is he? He lagged out. But it's going to be a straightforward move then for Raisin. Hamilton then losing that time to the Ferrari. This has been... It's been pretty decent, actually. Fusion, apparently 55 seconds behind them. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, he's pitted. Sorry, he's pitted, that's why. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Sorry about that, guys. So Fusion has pitted onto a set of ultras, so I'm sure he's going to be going for that fastest lap now of the race, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Matty also on a set of ultras. And looks like we've got some crashes. Sector 3. Sector 3 yellow flag. What has happened in Sector 3? No one's in Sector 3 to cause that. Don't know. Okay, then Hamilton then. He needs to literally use all of his potential here. Six tenths behind the race winner. At the moment, Bourne Buckley is actually putting himself in a very, very strong position for some sort of championship fight. At the moment, he is, if we just get it up, he's currently running in a very special P8 at the moment. So a win would definitely put him up there. Ayers Hamilton 44 up in P2 at the moment, would stay in P2. There's an old driver joins the league there, joins the game. It's not enough at the moment for Ayers Hamilton. It's all to play for. Lap 23. He's going to be very, very, very motivated in that cockpit at the moment. He's going to be fuming that he lost that position earlier in the race, but he will be very motivated, very, very determined to get that lead back off Bourne Buckley. So it's going to be an incredible end to what has been a very action-packed Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So stay with us. It's going to be incredible. Down into the chicane. Buckley versus Ayers Hamilton 44. Who is going to win round 4? Ayers Hamilton has got 2 victories so far this season. Is he going to get his 3rd out of 4 races? Or is Buckley going to get what he deserves finally in Baku? He actually made a mistake in that section, so that's not going to help him. Fresher tyres at the moment means nothing. He's going to be pooing himself. Absolutely pooing himself. Great exit there from Buckley. Buckley's going to have a lot of nerves building up inside of him now, because Ayers Hamilton's going to be using that DRS, that ERS, everything. It is not going to be enough for the harsh driver. It looks like Bourne Buckley's got that straight line speed sorted, so Hamilton will have to wait for another lap. Mercury into the pits, going to put on a set of ultra soft tyres. He's going to go to the end of the race now, just going to chill. But we are back now onto this race winning battle. Bourne Buckley versus Ayers Hamilton 44. Ayers Hamilton 44 definitely now established as a championship challenger, but is Buckley going to destroy that chance here? Destroy that chance of a race win for Ayers Hamilton 44. Make it 100% of all the races he's been in, 100% winning. That is what Ayers Hamilton wants. Also, what Bourne Buckley wants is a victory. Everything in his power. Ah! Oh, very close there. Very close. That was almost as if I was racing. I was driving as Ayers Hamilton then. Did you hear me? Yet very connected. Yet very connected to this gameplay. Down the straight then. Ayers Hamilton pooing himself in that final sector. He's going to get the DRS now. He's going to get some sort of time back. Time back from that mistake. It won't be enough to get first position. He's going to have to wait another lap. He's running out of time here in Azerbaijan. Fusion running in P number 3, but oh, here we go. Oh, it's Leclerc 16 now. He's looking quick on the back of STB Matty. Going to keep an eye on the battle for the lead, but we've got a battle commencing now. Ayers Leclerc, sorry, versus Matty. So this could well be a straightforward move for the Frenchman. Ooh, sparks coming from the Ferrari. Here we go, Leclerc's going to get the slipstream. Here we go, he's going to leave Matt for chips. Look at this. He's done it. Leclerc's done it. Is Matt going to try and get back at him? No, he's not. Leclerc up in a P4. What an overtake that was. That was pretty decent. Hamilton then. Is this going to be his final opportunity? The challenge for that lead back off Buckley. Or is Buckley going to get the victory? I'm going to quickly have a look now at the penalties. Buckley, if he cuts one more corner, he has got a penalty. It's all about this lap. Keeping it nice and steady. Nice and consistent. No cutting any corners. And then he is sorted for the victory here. Lewis Hamilton still in that slipstream, still catching down the straight. Gap now down 4/10. Extremely close. This could well be a run to the line if Hamilton does not mess anything up. Keeping it consistent is Buckley. Keeping the pressure on is Lewis Hamilton, 44. This is getting tense now as the drivers come through this final sector now. All about the castle, and Lewis Hamilton's nailed that. You need to nail the exit as well. Here we go then. Slipstream for Lewis Hamilton. Why is he in medium? Needs to be up there. Up there in overtake. Up there in high. As he lost this opportunity now. Here we go. Is it going to be enough for Lewis Hamilton? 44, we're going to have a run to the line. It's 0.6 of a second, the gap. I think Buckley's done it. Buckley, I wouldn't weave, mate. I wouldn't weave. Buckley wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. He gets a victory finally in Baku. What a performance that is from Born Buckley. Second is Lewis Hamilton, 44. Great race from him. He gets even more points over his title rival, Toxic X Fusion. Oh, what a race. We'll be getting the views of the podium finishers in a little bit. Fusion coming around that final corner. We've got Leclerc behind him. Matty! This is interesting now. Matty's trying to get the overtake back on Lewis Leclerc now, so this is interesting. It's going to be another run to the line, but closer than what Lewis Hamilton was to Born Buckley. Here we go then. Slipstream for Matty. Is it going to be enough? He's in that slipstream. He's really catching now. He's really catching DRS. But Matty, is it going to be enough? So close. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. He's overtook him. He's done it. 0.024 seconds behind, in front of Leclerc. And Leclerc has lost fourth at the death of the race. He's done it. What an overtake there from STB Matty. He won't be on the podium, but let's see what the podium finishers are feeling right now. This is the podium celebrations for Azerbaijan. Grande weekend for Ferrari. Scuderia Ferrari are your winners this evening. What a race that was for Born Buckley. He's followed by Lewis Hamilton, 44 in second. Toxic Fusion rounds off that podium. Fourth is STB Matty, right at the death of the race there. What an overtake that was to get P4. Fifth is Lewis Leclerc, 16. Sixth is Raisin. Seventh was DJ Danny. Eighth out of the finishers. Last of the finishers was LRS Merkel. Your DNFs were Typhon Killer, Faloru, Bullseye, Elegenex, Total Pure, and Luther. What an action-packed, confusing Azerbaijan race that was. Arguably, not many drivers finished that race, but in my opinion, that could well be the race of the season. So confusing, but we will be getting the views from your podium finishers, Dust Fusion, Ayers Hamilton 44, and Bourne Buckley in a very short while. But these drivers must be as confused as I am about that OLED next collision. We will be getting the thoughts on that by the podium finishers. But what an incredible battle that was between Bourne Buckley and Ayers Hamilton 44. Your podium finishers are with me currently in the party. I'd like to use your audio. I'm going to give you all a quick interview. The norm for you, Fusion, we're going to go to you. The norm. 4 races, 4 podiums. How's it feeling?
I don't really know, to be honest, because that was probably like one of the worst races I've ever done. To be
was you caught up in the O-Legend X collision?
Oh no, it was just my own mistake. It was my own mistakes that fucked me in that race. It was the second to last braking zone. I just went a bit too deep and lost half the front wing.
Oh yeah, we saw that on the stream.
So I had to pit.
Did you see the O-Legend X pilot? Because that was that was the talking point of the race.
Oh, was that was in the castle section? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw it. Luckily, it kind of all ended just as I sort of got there. So yeah, okay. The only sort of positive I can get from that race is that I got fastest lap. So.
Okay.
So I really.
Obviously, now you are 2 points ahead of Ayers Hamilton 44. He's definitely looking like to be a strong rival going into the next few races. Obviously, we've got Catalonia, so we go to Europe next week. What's your expectations ahead of this European season compared to others?
European tracks are usually pretty decent around there. Spain's usually pretty track for me as well.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll be a good result.
50 seconds or whatever it was behind everyone else. You got a fastest lap, so what can you say?
Yeah, that's what I really care about today.
I wish you luck in Spain Fusion, but yeah, well done on your podium. Ayers Hamilton.
Well done to by the way.
Yep. I'd like to close your audio if you haven't already. P2, you were leading for quite a lot of the race. A lot of change of positions. There was 3 leaders on lap 1. I think it was you, Ayers Leclerc, and Bourne Buckley. You battled Bourne Buckley to the very end. How does it feel to lose the victory tonight?
It's not a very good race for me. I was not confident at all on this track, and I stopped 2 laps too early, and I struggling with the tires, and it's and finished P2 because of this.
Okay.
But that was a very good battle. I enjoyed the battle a lot with Buckley. That was.
It looks like Ayers Hamilton. That Bourne Buckley was harvesting more energy. Is harvesting energy a problem that you think you have, or is it just you? Yeah. What was going on with that?
I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, it just looks like Bourne Buckley was harvesting more energy, so he was able to use more. That could well be the reasoning for the win for him. But what are you hoping for at the Spanish Grand Prix next week?
I don't know really, because I'm not very good at this track and on this track. Sorry. And if I finish on the podium, it's good.
Okay. Thank you, and well done on your second place. Bourne Buckley.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm right in thinking that you've never had a Baku win.
Not the way I know of it. No.
Okay. So obviously Baku a track that you're very, very strong at, arguably in the top 3 of your best tracks. How does it feel to finally get a victory in Azerbaijan?
Yeah, probably one of my most preferable wins of my racing career so far. Great battle with Hamilton. I loved it all the way to the end, of course. And yeah, It was
As I
a
said
race.
previously to Hamilton, obviously it looks like you was harvesting more energy than him. Do you have any secrets on how to manage that ERS? Because it does look like that you've got the hang. You got a good handle on that.
Well, I said before the race that this track is very you need to harvest a lot of energy, especially in the middle sector, because you use a lot of it down the back straight, of course. And
Yeah.
so I just put it onto like lean or zero and stuff like that in the middle sector.
Okay.
Use or harvest it all and then use it all in the third and first sector.
Okay. One final question. You are now signed with Ferrari. Can you comment on how you're feeling with the car? Is it a car that you enjoy? It looks like you are enjoying Ferrari at the moment.
Yeah, I like Ferrari. Obviously, I prefer Mercedes, but obviously I had to leave Mercedes due to commitments. But now I'm back. I'm signing Ferrari. It's a good team. I feel comfortable in the car, so we'll see what I can do with it in the upcoming
Okay.
races.
Thank you then to the podium finishers, Bourne Buckley, who was your race winner, followed by us Hamilton 44, and then Tossic X Fusion, who unfortunately came P3, around 50 odd seconds behind P2. Hopefully he can have a better Spanish Grand Prix than this week. That race was a confusing, action-packed, once again, action-packed Baku race. And it was a race which offered so many opportunities for me to shout. So thank you to the Baku City Circuit, the organisers, for making such an incredible layout for battles to happen at every single spot on the track. Thank you for that. But that concludes then round 4 of season 13, your Azerbaijan Grand Prix, live here from the western edge of the Caspian Sea in Baku. Next week, we have the start of the European season with the Circuit de Catalunya Barcelona. Next week, we have round 5 at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. And that will be the start of the European season. We have 2 established title rivals at the moment, IS Hamilton 44 and Tossic Fusion. So you do not want to miss next week's Spanish Grand Prix. Do join us next week, and well done to all the drivers that have finished this very challenging race. We'll see you next week in Spain.